we'll go directly to Mr. Pran Neville, who I believe needs no introduction literally, whose work in many fields and whose books, including Lahore, A Sentimental Journey, Love Stories from the Raj, Rare Glimpses from the Raj, Beyond the Veil, Indian Women in the Raj, The Marvels of Indian Painting, The Rise and Demise of Company School. These are just some of his works, and today he is bringing to us some of his very rare recordings of Qawwali.
Thank you, Gillian Wright. I'm so happy that all my distinguished speakers have facilitated my task, because I don't have to repeat all that they have said. Their brilliant and very informative presentation even enlightened me and educated me in so many respects. I am concerned with the other part of Qawwali. I am concerned with Sabri brothers and Nusrat Fateh Ali. They introduced to the world. They made Qawwali an international known, and it is, of course, originally Qawwali is a Sufi's devotional music, and it inspires everything, you see. But what is today, during the last 100 years, Qawwali as a genre of Indian music, because its close association with our Indian classical music, so much so that great Amir Khusro himself, he was a philosopher, he was a singer, he was a poet, and he was a great composer also. He had composed so many ragas, and even the name of the seasons he has made ragas. So that is the great contribution of the Qawwalis. Of course, the first, just briefly to tell you, the first Qawwal, first Sufi to come to the subcontinent was Data Ganj Bakhsh, the patron saint of Lahore. And after that in Punjab, this Sufi tradition has been very rich, in the sense that there have been Bulle Shah and Baba Farid. And the Qawwali tradition of patronizing the local dialects is also very important. In fact, there was no Urdu when the Khusros and the great Sufi saints came to India. It was only Persian. They brought Persian and the local dialect, and in between, as rightly pointed out, they had compositions in the mixed language. Now this, so far as modern Qawwali is concerned, this, I wouldn't say the modern, it's Qawwali as such only what they call Girha, the insertion of verses from other poets, which enrich the Qawwali, the spiritual side. So by enriching that original Sufi poetry with other poets, that makes it so attractive, so inspiring to the listeners. Whereas, of course, the spiritual part has sama and makes you tear. But even with these insertion of poetry and making it so attractive to the listener, also brings you tears. I will show you, and you will realize that how it has been done. Now, time is very limited. We had a number of great Qawwals in the present century, and of course, for me, I'm very fond of Qawwali. In fact, my recordings are more than 50-year-old. The first Qawwal I recorded was Rahmat of Maliyar Kotla. After that, Ragi Nizami. Then Aziz Ahmad Warsi. Then Jafar Hussain. He is no more, and his son also nephew. And Jafar was also, all these Qawwals had a great classical music knowledge also, because that is an essential part of this Qawwali singing. So I will present you some of these recordings. And what the distinguished speaker has said about that part, of course, it is just like classical music and the light classical and people's music. The classical music will always remain so long as it is the roots. So the spiritual part, the Sufi part of Qawwali has its own place. But nobody should criticize the parallel part, because the parallel part is also the New Age Sufism connected to all these songs by Khusro Nawab, they are individually sung, minus Qawwali, sung by all great singers. So now they call it Sufiana Kalam, and many great singers sing all those songs, which are written by the great Sufi saints. So, and moreover, this I mentioned about these. I am reminded of the great woman Qawwal in the 70s, Shakila Banu Bhopali. Some of you might have heard her name, and also Prabha Bharti of Delhi. I don't have the recording of any other woman Qawwal. In fact, I am not even familiar. But these two women Qawwals, they had enchanted the audience, they captivated the audience, and even today I have preserved some of those recordings. And of course, this Qawwali has been so much popularized through the media films. Nobody can deny that. But to say that films have no audience, I won't agree with the distinguished speaker. That the audience is dwindling. No, the audience is increasing. Sabri brothers and Nusrat Fateh Ali have brought it all over the world. And in the films also, well, today there is no music left in the film. If there is no Qawwali, it's okay. The founding father of Qawwali was, of course, a great composer, Roshan, who in 1960, Barsat Ki Raat, created a sensation in the country. But the first Qawwali was in the film 1945, Aahen Na Bhari Shek, in film Zeenat. So these I will show just 10 minutes of this thing, but first let me present some of the recordings. I think I should not my time. I will skip some and show you. Start with, it's a Women's Day, and Prabha Bharti had sung something very unique about Aurat. Oh, yes. She also starts with Amir Khusro's composition, but then all other are more entertaining type. The first Qawwal I was very much impressed was in 1950s. That was Rahmat Qawwal from Malerkotla. He came to Delhi in 1953-54. I still remember. We had a private session, and he was very accomplished, I should say, because he also sang in Punjabi also, the Bulle Shah and all other things. Plus also, later on, the next Qawwal who became very well known was Ragi Nizami in Delhi. But I don't think he has anything to do with the Nizami family of the Nizamuddin, because I checked with some of them. They said, yes, he belonged to us. But I said, no. I asked them if they could even tell me anything about the great composition, the great songs that he had sung, and fabulous. But none of them gave me anything. So I don't think that Ragi Nizami, we used to live in Old Delhi in 1950, so much so that he was even engaged by Kundan Lal of Moti Mahal to give performance at his restaurant. That was Ragi Nizami. Next comes, of course, great Padma Shri Aziz Ahmad Warsi. Of course, I consider him as the greatest Qawwal I have ever heard in my life, because he also incidentally comes from the great Tanras Khan's sister's descendant, but he went to Hyderabad, and his family also is there, but he himself was unique. And he also came in films, 2-3 films also he sang in that.
ये दिल में मिलन की आस मैं चली पिया के पास के पायल बोल पड़ी हमारे पायल बोल पड़ी मैं क्या करूं पायल बोल पड़ी मेरी बहन पायल बोल पड़ी मेरी सौतन पायल बोल पड़ी मेरी छम छम पायल 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 हाय रे पायल बोल पड़ी जब का मुझे संदेश मिला थी रात शबाबो हुस्नो अंदाजो अदा की जान है औरत हिजाबो अस्मतो शर्मो हया की कान है औरत अगर औरत न होती कुल जहां मातम कदा होता जो देखो गौर से तो मर्द का ईमान है औरत मुख्तलिफ शक्लें हैं औरत जात की गुल भी है कांटा भी है शबनम भी है इसको चाहे जिस रूप में देखो माँ भी है बेटी भी है बेगम भी है आई तेजी की तस्वीर बदल सकती हूँ मैं तेरे प्यार की तकदीर बदल सकती हूँ मैं भी इंसान हूँ दीवार की तस्वीर नहीं तेरी तकदीर हूँ लेकिन तेरी जागीर 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 नहीं तेरी तकदीर हूँ लेकिन पत्थर को फिशारूं तो जमजम टपके, तलवार को खम कर दूं तो मरहम टपके। अल्लाह ने बख्शी है वो अजमत मुझको, शोले को निचोड़ूं तो शबनम टपके। आई तेजी की तस्वीर बदल सकती हूँ, मैं तेरे प्यार की तकदीर बदल सकती हूँ। मैं भी इंसान हूँ, दीवार की तस्वीर नहीं। तेरी तकदीर हूँ लेकिन तेरी जादू, तेरी तकदीर हूँ लेकिन तेरी जादू, तेरी तकदीर हूँ लेकिन तेरी जागीर नहीं। तेरी तकदीर हूँ लेकिन तेरी जागीर नहीं। तेरी तकदीर हूँ लेकिन तेरी जागीर नहीं। तेरी तकदीर हूँ लेकिन तेरी जागीर
Now I am presenting Aziz Ahmad Warsi, recording done in 1960s. Yeah. Prabha Bharti.
करता है
Please show the DVD. It's just 8-10 minutes, not more. Lights off कर दो ना. Lights off करा दो.
This is a Qawwali 1945, Shamshad Begum and Noor Jahan singing.
मरना भी मोहब्बत में किसी काम ना आया, मरना भी मोहब्बत में किसी काम ना आया, जान मगर के भी आराम ना आया, जान मगर के भी आराम ना आया। हाँ कहते हैं जिसे कयामत की बला है, शोला है कभी और कभी बादे सबा है। अश्कों का समंदर है तो आहों का खजाना, सुनते चले आए अदल से ये फसाना, इस किस्से का लेकिन कभी अंजाम ना आया, इस किस्से का लेकिन कभी अंजाम ना आया।
That is Dilip Kumar.
ना तो कारवा की तलाश है, ना तो कारवा की तलाश है, ना तो हम सफर की तलाश है, ना तो कारवा की तलाश है, ना तो कारवा की, ना तो कारवा की, ना तो कारवा की तलाश है, ना तो हम सफर की तलाश है, अपना तो हम सफर की तलाश, अपना हम सफर है, ना तो हम सफर की, ना तो हम सफर की, ना तो हम सफर की तलाश है। मेरे शौक खाना खराब को, मेरे शौक खाना खराब को तेरी रह गुजर की तलाश है, मेरे शौक खाना खराब को तेरी रह गुजर की तलाश है, मेरे शौक खाना।
It took 29 hours of recording in the studio to do this Qawwali.
के ये इश्क इश्क है इश्क इश्क ये इश्क इश्क है इश्क इश्क ये इश्क इश्क है
सहर तक सकता है अंजाम चलकर आप हो जाना सहर तक सकता है अंजाम चलकर आप हो जाना बने मोहब्बत में कोई शमाया परवाना हो जाए क्योंकि ये इश्क इश्क है इश्क इश्क ये इश्क इश्क है इश्क इश्क ये इश्क इश्क है
बहशते दिल रस्मोदार से रोटी ना गई किसी खंजर किसी तलवार से रोटी ना गई इश्क मजनू की वो आवाज है जिसके आगे कोई लैला किसी दीवार से रोटी ना गई क्योंकि
ये इश्क इश्क है इश्क इश्क ये इश्क इश्क है इश्क इश्क ये इश्क इश्क है
वो हंस के अगर मांगे तो हम जान भी दे दें वो हंस के अगर मांगे तो हम जान भी दे दें ये जान तो क्या चीज है ईमान भी दे दे क्योंकि ये इश्क इश्क है इश्क इश्क ये इश्क इश्क है इश्क
हाँ तेरी महफिल में किस्मत आज़मा कर हम भी देखेंगे घड़ी भर को तेरे नज़दीक आकर हम भी देखेंगे घड़ी भर को तेरे नज़दीक आकर हम भी देखेंगे अजी हाँ हम भी देखेंगे तेरी महफिल में किस्मत आज़मा कर हम भी देखेंगे तेरे कदमों पे सर अपना झुका कर हम भी देखेंगे तेरे कदमों पे सर अपना झुका कर हम भी देखेंगे अजी हाँ हम भी देखेंगे नादान है समझते नहीं समझाना पड़ेगा नादान है समझते नहीं समझाना पड़ेगा भटके हैं इन्हें राह पे अब लाना पड़ेगा भटके हैं इन्हें राह पे अब लाना पड़ेगा समझाना पड़ेगा इन्हें समझाना पड़ेगा नादान है समझते नहीं समझाना पड़ेगा नादान है समझते नहीं समझाना पड़ेगा समझाना पड़ेगा समझाना पड़ेगा मुझे समझाना पड़ेगा नादान है समझते नहीं समझाना पड़ेगा नादान है समझते नहीं समझाना
And even the American in the audience were just enchanted by her performance. And of course, other qawwals also. I have listened to them abroad. Sabri brothers. Of course, nobody has ever been able to meet Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, and he brought qawwali to the whole world. So much so that in 90s, Dr. Judith Baker from Michigan University came to Delhi and was doing research on qawwali after being inspired by Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan and the American Institute of Indian Studies. They asked me to come there and discuss with her, and I parted with quite a few of my old recordings to Dr. Judith Baker. Thank you very much.